Hello there, everyone. I have a trombone now, so yeah, I don't know what I did. I just randomly played some notes, I guess. All right. Now go to the video. So it's my first video for a while. I'm sorry. As I've shown you, I just got the trombone and also back to school stuff. It's really taking a toll on me. So. There is something I have held out on making something because there isn't really anything that's important. But there is now things. Yay. Yay. So the map has a new texture, which if you look from here also has it on the bottom, which is kinda weird. You can also see that there's a specific pattern on it which doesn't change. And it's really cool. I'm not sure, but I also think that they might have changed the white thing on it. I don't know what it's called, but they might have. So this is the empty map. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And they added concrete slabs and stairs. Yes! Yes! Yeah! Oh yeah! Mm, mm, mm. Which are in most ways better than wool stairs and slabs. Which is kind of sad. Like, imagine right after you got added, you had just replaced it with something objectively better in most ways. Like that's gotta hurt. So they come in all of the colors. Yay. So, in the labyrinth, which I will give you guys an update on, right now in this video, so stay tuned for that. I don't know what time that will be, but like around 5 minutes was where I'm gonna switch, so go there. So in that, I used the wool stairs to make like a Rainbow Road vibe in there at some point. And this could be used for even better that. And you can make like really modern stairs and because when you used to want to make stairs, if you had like a very modern house that was made out of concrete, you have like a house. This is very bad. It's not a house, but let's just pretend that this is a very cool modern house. Yeah, but now the stairs. You need some cool stairs to go up there. So yeah, if it was like white, then you'd probably want like polished diorite, which kind of sucks, or quartz, which is okay, or the new white wool. Now then, all of these look at the white concrete. Do any of them match it? No. But now they added concrete stairs. Yes! Yes! So, there's still a whole bit. So now you can make cool matching stairs. And you finally have stairs that are all of the colors of the rainbow. You can match your concrete with your stairs. Or your stairs with your concrete or whatever, however you like to say it. Also, if you get the cushions, yeah, the new cushions, I'll just get first row, which why not? So soon I'm gonna switch over. It's not the first row, but matches pretty well. Yeah. This is not the optimal way to have a seat, because you can do the snow layer thing, but yeah. So it's really cool. Now I am going to switch over to the labyrinth and give you guys an update. It's also the first time that you will actually see it, so yeah. Alright, so the whole labyrinth thing is full of traps and unique things, and like when something gets added, I'm gonna do something with it. So, here is the map, which is also trapped because you just go down there. There are lots of item frames. This is probably about how big it's gonna be, which is still pretty big. I am currently working on this map when they add that section. I will give you a tour. So first of all, the complete one. Oh my god, look, they did change it. Like, look there. They did change it. I think that if you... So they did change that, along with just the map. Alright, so... This is the map. I have it labeled on here as map, because it's a map. If you look over there, you can see some of the other banners that... There are, like, not a lot, because if there were a lot, then it would be full of banners, so... There are only, like, pretty cool ones, you know? I do have to add one. That's really cool. Here's just water pushing you in the other directions, which are to go through. Goes on for quite a while. As you can see, I was getting tired of doing the different unique things. Here it gives you nausea. Sorry, this makes you feel sick. You can just skip to when it. Oh god. Skip to 15 seconds from now. Like 6:55. Oh god. And obviously that will make it hard to do parkour. Here, I have an ocean type thing with lots of coral. It's pretty cool. Here is like where you would start. Down here, okay. That's the thing from another trap that sometimes works over there. This is like where you'd start. This is my actual respawn point. This is so I can get out. This is just a very quick way of getting out. So let me just head back in. Over here is the trap that did that levitation thing. It's kind of annoying. Here is that Rainbow Road thing, which has traps. Yay. Here is the entrance to the back rooms. I didn't know any other way to no-clip, because at this point, cushions wasn't added yet. I added them to this thing later, and I did not want to redo everything. So, this is how you no-clip into the back rooms. The back rooms is not that big, and you can't no-clip out, but you can do this, which is weird. And why the heck is this thing? I added cushions when cushions were... Come on! I added... I don't like this. Okay, you know what? Where's the minecart gone? There was a mine... Okay, so there was a minecart on these rails, and this thing is broken. I have not seen it for a while. This is how you get out. It gives you fire resistance because it drops you right into fire. Here you can just cheese it because it's cushions. You can cheese it here too. Oh, come on! Why are there parts that... Alright, if someone who watches this and you've got this far, please do some research into that. I will try to do some research myself. But that is weird. This is just a bunch of ice stuff, you know? Should be over here somewhere. So this is one of the many entrances to the water that I have underneath some of this. It leads to lots of cool places, like the water place that you saw earlier with all the coral. And over here, it's the only other like big thing that it leads to, because it doesn't take any space up in the actual labyrinth, but a ton of caves that I just made myself with, which also had a minecart, but since it's an entity, that's why the minecart's go. Why does that minecart get to stay? Yeah, I will go to spectator for this next bit. Here's just a bunch of Lloyd. Here's The Simpsons. I don't know why I added that, but hey, it's here now. Here are a bunch of rainbow things, Okay, so here is a bunch more flowing water, which leads you to, which goes in this direction, which leads you to this, which goes into here. And then I think it was over here. Okay. Wait, hold on. I didn't realize that they made adventure mode the map. Okay. That's weird. This is a prison. Down here, this is a court, which uses invisible item frames. Up here is a scuffle. If you go into this one, which is the only cell that I actually put that much effort into, you can see that people were making a way out with command blocks, obviously. Which doesn't actually lead you out, but yeah. I am not good at speaking and telling. Or this is the one that this is the project that took me the longest. Yep, it is that. Have you ever watched? Nah, never. You'll see. I will give myself night vision because there is like lots of like lighting that is supposed to be like that, but so you can see it, then I will give myself night vision. I'll do that for this whole thing. So that gives you slow falling. There are lots of these different things. This one, as you can see, nothing because they kept despawning, so which makes sense. But you can just summon tons of guardians, which if you were in that would not be good. This is before. This is because I only had wool stairs, and that would look weird with concrete. I will update this now because it looks so bad. I also use concrete there. Basically, just this is a sewer. I was going to do something, and then I was like, well, this is cool. So shout out MinMaxed, cool D&D group with lots of cool weapons guys who played themselves. When I'm posting this, season 1 just finished very recently. I think it was actually the 1 or 2 days before I made this, and probably posted it. I've tried to recreate the set in a very limited space, because I was using the space below it for probably the biggest part of this. So have you ever watched Demon Slayer? Also, spoilers, by the way. Spoilers. Spoilers. So yeah, spoilers for the Infinity Castle movie. So yeah, spoilers. If you do watch it and or want to, then and you haven't seen the Infinity Castle, then you should probably leave and come back in a bit, or just like skip this part. So these are old spikes from the Spike Demon when Musan was like getting spiked and injected with the anti-Musan drug. So this is Musan. His name's very fitting, obviously. And it's not good. It's not good. But like, so in here, this is the only one where I actually made it so you're able to fight. It was also the first one I did. There's water. Obviously, I am not good at. I can't make custom models, but I can freeze mobs and unfreeze them. So this is supposed to be Akaza. He's the only one that you can actually fight. This is to unfreeze him. This is to freeze him again. So you know why not? I will reset this. I will pause and reset this. Why not? So let me just. Yeah, so you can actually fight him. It's is since I have like custom weapons and everything, which aren't that custom, but like they're kind of custom. Yeah, it's pretty easy. But like if you go give yourself the kit that I actually made, that I will show you later. It's okay. So I have fixed it. Ux is back here. He's pointing and he's facing the wrong direction, but best I can do right now. So down here, which leans into the whole thing, you can see that these like rooms are pretty small. Like look at this. That's pretty small. But the inside is much bigger because I'm just leaning into the walls. This one's small and it is small. Yeah. It's just small. So in here, Doma. Yeah, right there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's lots of ice. There's a flower because he has flowers. Some lily pads in the water. Yeah, Doma. As you can see, I am getting bored. These explanations are not what they used to be. Here, Nakime. This is the best that I could make for Nakime design. I actually think that it's the best design for it because this was the only one that I actually wanted it to kind of look like it. And you know how her hair goes like all around the Infinity Castle and she like does things. Yeah, that's all of this. So the spider legs are hair. Trust. In here, yeah, I'll save that. Look, save it for this. In here, you have dinner, but I mean Kaigaku, the waste of pixels. Who? Lightning. Yay. Lightning. Yay. Lightning. Yay. Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. Okay, so in here, usually you have like pretty much no lighting and very minimal lighting from light blocks, which is what I use for light. As I said, very minimal lighting. And Kokushibo's that, which doesn't really light it up. I will clear myself from effects so you see what it would be like. It's also a barrier maze. Look at this. That would be pretty scary, I feel like. So now you can like get the grasp of what it would actually look like. I used prog lights, so it is lit up. Then the next is just moss. This is Jumbo. Jumbo, where did your brother go? Did he die? Jumbo's brother Jimmy probably died. This is full of skull creatures, which is because I'm not putting wardens in this thing that are not frozen, and I don't want to freeze like a heck ton of wardens. Now then, sometimes when one of them dies, Skulk spreads here. It's annoying. In here, that's just obsidian box. If you get in it, then yeah, you would. Okay, Nether Fortress. If you go in here, you could take this armor. It is supposed to be kind of playable, though I do have most of the command blocks having my username in them, so it's not playable for other people unless you're on my account, which you're not gonna be on my account for that. Don't hack me. Here's a farm. Here's like a witch place, you know. Here's just tons of redstone. At this point, I just ran out of this. So. This is test 101 with me. There were other me's, but I killed them. Don't ask. This one's just not that good. Basically, it says, "Are you a vampire?" This is supposed to be a mirror. Yeah, that is very clearly not the same text backwards. But like from here, from here, no, it's just, never looks good. This is just a very miniature end. Very, very miniature. This is the end of the thing, because otherwise I would hit the void and I can't go below the void. So the library. This guy's smiley faced. And then it gives you levitation so that you can go back up. If you land on any of the other floors and you run out of slow falling, then you're dead. You're just dead. It is not done yet. This is going to be a super long episode, by the way. If I don't run out of storage space. Let's hope I don't run out of storage space. Because, if I don't really know how to check how much storage space I have. I need to find it. Looks like it's still recording for now. So, here, basically, this fire resistance. Lots of lava over here. Something over there that would dox me, so I'm not showing that. Avoiding the area that could dox me. This place has pufferfish in it. It doesn't work well. More lava. More lava. This place is just... It only works from this direction. And you, really need to be timed well, and... Yeah, it doesn't work well, okay? I was running out of ideas. You also need to do a 4-block jump right onto the edge, and then you need to jump on the... Yeah, it just... Weird. Alright, let me just look for, a couple more things, I think, and then we'll be done in this map. So here, gives you low gravity, which I think is super cool, because I recently learned how to do that. So I was like, I have to add this. It also took me a while, because long walls. I use an auto clicker for most of the walls, by the way. Even with an auto clicker. Those pressure plates give you darkness and blindness, which are different, by the way. This gives you jump. And you can go boom, and then you can fall down here. That's the only way to get over in this area, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this area doesn't have... This area doesn't have an exit other than just going the way that you came. This makes you bouncy. And then this gives you levitation. And hopefully you hit the pressure plate that makes you unbouncy. Because if you don't, then you're just going to be bouncy forever, and if you, miss the thing that makes you levitate, then that's not good. There are lots of flaws in this, but it's pretty cool. This is the final thing that I did, so at this point I was just tired. Because my goal was to, finish one map's worth of thing. This I'm actually super proud of. Yeah, it says very clearly, place all your stuff here before you hit the plate. I'll do that. Yeah. Then up here, elytras. By the way, the plate clears you, so you better put the elytra on and jump before it happens. And then you can do this. Then it will clear you, and then your stuff will go there, and then you can go here. I'm proud of that. I also have it signed somewhere else. This is just a happy guest you can go on named Bob. Yeah, I was running out of ideas. Okay, now then. They won't need that anymore, so we're done doing that part. This, I actually started this a couple days ago. This is going much faster than the other one, mostly because I now have an idea of what I'm doing. So this has Trident. The rules here, you will have to wait a bit for your items because Trident. You will have to wait a bit for your items because Trident. You have to put them here. Take a Trident. By the way, sometimes you just, don't hit this. And then you have to, wait a bit for your items. Sometimes you just don't hit that, and then you have a Trident, and that can be problematic. So, that's why it's only for me and people who play on my account, which, siblings, friends, So here, it's just this. Then, sometimes you have to go on that, or just do this, which is possible. it's possible to kind of not sync on magma for a time, but I am not doing all of that. No, I no way. Yeah, that just leads you to way over there. So if you go over here, there's lots of powdered snow. This one just leads there. This one has berry block because it's 5 block jump. But if you miss, oh no, you're falling. Oh no, hey, it's TNT. There are just jumps which get annoying when you do like a crap ton of them. Yeah, you have to do a crap ton. This is just me being very petty because now you have to like go like a long time to go the whole place. And then at the end, there's a 4 block jump, which I sometimes get, I sometimes don't. Here, they're just wind charges that you have to get to do this whole thing. This is the design. It's just me being petty. Yeah, it's just me being petty. Here you have swiftness potions. Yeah, punk one on. Yeah, you have to do all of this. But wait a minute, it gets better. This does not go on forever. Stops here. And then here, Frostwalker. This is the one thing in this area that doesn't work well. Other than the Elytra, which sometimes doesn't clear, because, like, for some reason, some of these, they just, like, don't freeze. If anyone has any explanations in the comments, that would be greatly appreciated. If you're still watching, that would be greatly appreciated. Which you probably aren't, so, yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, so if you're still watching, please give me explanations for why some of this isn't freezing. I don't think it's something to do with magma, because some of these have lots of magma around them, and they're freezing. It's also mostly ones in the middle. Yeah, because look at this, they're just like, pretty much missing the ones in the middle. What does what does the middle have to do with anything? I would greatly, I think that it's a good idea if you take the Frostwalker off, because it's not useful. Here there are just ender pearls, which some of these shots are hard. Some of them aren't. Here you get another trident. This one doesn't have anything. You have to hit that. Boom, water. Yeah, do that, then you could pick up the water if you're in survival. It also means that there are going to be tons of tridents stuck on there. Here, just if you hit any of these, it's also easy to identify which is the correct way, but if you hit any of the other ones, then you fall. I just made this one today. I have not finished this. As you can see, it doesn't have any roof. Here, you get suspicious stew, which always gives you jump boosts. And then it runs out, and then you have to do this. You can get out. It's pretty simple. I'm not sure if I tested it, but yeah, you just do that. It's easy. Here, you just. This is just to be annoying. Here, some of these paths you just can't go through, and then some of them are just water pushing you in the wrong direction. Yeah, so that's all that I've worked on currently. There are things in there that I have not showed you, like the thing that doxes me, and also just some things that I don't have time to. And there are some things in here that I will work on, because it's not finished. It is not finished. Look at all this that I need to roof those. So yeah, I'm gonna head back. Outro. So today we learned about the concrete stairs and slabs, the map's new texture, and I showed you guys all my labyrinth. So, trombone time. Yeah, so watch my channel again. This is long. Bye. Ah, I wish I got 30 minutes. Couldn't know this.